Check out the drip today. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing a Gucci scarf, Calvin Klein, rain jacket. It's been raining nonstop for the past 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So, the weather's never going to stop me from doing what the fuck I got to do. So I'm going to just be fresh, Gucci, yaga with whatever is clever. You know what I'm saying? So I got the Calvin Klein rain jacket on. You know what I'm saying? The Gucci scarf. Tag still popping. Y'all need to go ahead and send me some endorsements for this shit. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get this Hiphop.info podcast episode started, baby. Welcome everybody to another episode of Hiphop.info the podcast. We gonna get into some shit. You already know. I got a few topics lined up for us today. I need you guys to comment. I need you guys to leave your questions, opinions, anything that we are talking about today. I want you guys to comment on it, and let's go ahead and get us a little conversation going on with these topics, okay? This is black culture, all right? This is mental health. This is hip hop.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. The Super Bowl halftime. Okay? Mm-hmm. I'm definitely going to need y'all to comment on this and let me know how y'all think Kendrick has done. Did he outdo himself, or is he getting slammed for this performance? Honestly, I think he did an amazing job. I mean, he definitely had the numbers. I mean, he's outranked everybody for the halftime performance show. And, this is just his year. This is just his year with this new album coming up, with him hosting the halftime show for the Super Bowl. These are amazing wins. These are amazing wins for him and major losses for Drake. Okay? I mean, he had this nigga pack up and go over to Australia just to do a show. I mean, there was nowhere in the U.S. that he was going to be able to do a show because everybody was going to be watching the halftime with Kendrick. So while Kendrick was over here slamming shit left and right for the halftime show with SZA, with Serena Williams, Diddy bopping and doing her thing right there, hosting with them on this show, Drake was over in Australia bitching about his exes, which happens to be SZA and Serena Williams. So,
oh my God.
I mean, everybody is getting down with Kendrick right now and curving the lawsuit ledger Drake. Okay, he's really just. He just really, took a fall with this, with this whole battle this year. And the lawsuit was just the icing on top of the cake. Like, he just really baffled everybody within rap battle history. I mean, come on, yo. You said things, Kendrick said things. I mean, that's the culture of battle rap. So you calling for a lawsuit against him saying certain things, come on, yo, that's pussy.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just keep it all the way real. That was pussy.
Oh my God.
But anywho, that Kendrick and SZA are definitely going to go ahead and maintain this tour and go ahead and get on roll for that, and that's going to be awesome. That's going to be amazing. So be on the lookout for that. Drake, hey man, I feel like your run is over. I mean, if you can make a major comeback on this, then please do so. We know that you are a wonderful lyricist. We know that you have the bars. We know that you can do things, work miracles. So let's see how you get out of this one. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Kendrick has bashed you and you are done, So, yeah. Anyway, moving on with other news, let's speak on Jay-Z and Beyonce and how he paid for her to get this Grammy for the album of the year. Yes, he paid. And it was, I don't know the exact number, but he did pay a hefty amount of millions over for her to get this Grammy in her pocket, for the album of the year. She's had plenty of Grammys in the past, but never won for album of the year. So therefore, he paid for her to get this done. And, just speaking on those two, you know how things go as far as music. If you are an artist, or if you are a lover of hip hop, you know that when these albums come about, they're actually speaking on some truth. This is like a therapeutic thing when they let these things out. And speaking on her album, she has the song called Daughter, where she's, let me go ahead and say allegedly, but she's speaking on Kathy White. If we go back and look at a picture of Kathy White and Blue Ivy, the resemblance is definitely there. You can go ahead and put up a picture of their natural born twins and put that up against Blue Ivy, and the two daughters do not look the same. Yes, they both have features of Jay-Z, but when you pull up Kathy White's picture, Blue Ivy definitely resembles that woman. And when you take a listen to Beyonce's song Daughter on that on this country album of hers, she's speaking in a way of what took place that night, what took place with the murder and the death of Kathy White, allegedly. I've learned to say allegedly because last time that I did a podcast, I guess I spoke too real. And some warnings came out and about, and so I have to go ahead and put allegedly in front of the things that I'm speaking, because these are just my opinions and these are just my collections of what I feel is true, not knowing that they are true. But, when you do your background checks, check on that history and do your research on these things. And, some of it definitely adds up. With JC's 444 album, he definitely mentioned a lot on Aaliyah. The actual song titled 444, he put out a couple of verses, titles, and songs that Aaliyah created. He definitely said, At Your Best, You Are Love. That's one of Aaliyah's songs. And so therefore he could have been talking about Aaliyah, Double Tundra, where he was talking about her and Kathy White. So you definitely have to go back and listen to these songs and listen to these lyrics and make your assumptions on what is and what isn't, and that's allegedly. That's going to be my new word, allegedly, because I don't want any backlash. And speaking of backlash, therefore, I will not be talking about the presidency. I will not be talking about our president. I will not be speaking on any of that. Any further. But what I can tell you is to make sure that you spend at least 10 minutes of watching the news just to stay woke. Just to stay woke on what is and what isn't with the presidency, and all of the laws and things that he is changing, allegedly. He's getting rid of Black History Month. He's getting rid of Cinco de Mayo. He's getting rid of Martin Luther King Day. He's getting rid of a lot of things and replacing a lot of monumental figures within this world. And he's doing a lot of things that seem to be illegal, but, he's making it happen, Captain. So, just spend some time watching the news and stay woke. And that's all that I can say about that. All right. So, moving on, Kanye West. And his wife, who showed up to the Grammys, even though they were not invited, and crashed the red carpet. And wifey showed up with nothing but a fur coat on that dripped to the floor. And once they hit the red carpet, she took that off and was damn near naked. She had on a sheer dress, whatever you want to call it. so sheer that you can see her naked ass, and the sheer color matched the color of her skin, so it looked like she was butt ass naked.
Wow.
And it was pretty much planned, because after they wrecked the red carpet, they hopped in the car and sped off before FCC got a hold of them and things got out of hand. But when it comes to the Grammy, these things are seen as art. So therefore, I guess they let it ride. They let it slide. He was nominated for 2 awards, but he was not invited to the Grammys. So he was getting some looks as far as like, why are you here? What are you doing here? And everybody knows how Kanye West operates. He does things to make a statement. And he definitely made a statement with this one. So take a gander at those photos of his wife being butt ass naked on the red carpet and them skirting away into the sunset.
Pussy smile when he come around. Beat the pussy down till they make the pussy brown. Pussy clown when he come around. Ever since he gave me dick, no motherfucking now. Ow, that's how we make the pussy howl. Ooh, like a motherfucking ow. It's how we stretch my back out. Make me act out like, nigga, what the quarter past.
So, in other news, more pertaining to us, let's talk about the damn cost of eggs and how they're up to like $19 a damn carton. What is really going on? I mean, I went to Walmart the other day and all the shelves where the eggs should be were empty, totally empty. To where, shoppers were looking like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on here? So, it seems that the Mexicans were already ahead of the game with their chicken coops and, having their own chickens laying their own eggs. Uh-huh. But with that being said, we have to worry about the bird flu in general. So they're still fucked. But yeah, so just watch out for that. Watch out for the bird flu. Watch out for these eggs. The prices are rising. Cost of living is rising. Crime rate is rising. So definitely do what's best for you and yours. Definitely keep a job. Definitely sit your ass down somewhere because nobody knows what the hell Trump has going on. So stay woke.
Yo. Yo, let me tell him. Yo, you don't have. Seasons switching, the seasons are switching. I'm the chick that they mentioned. The first and the winners are given. Do this, no permission. I'm all in this here with this game that I'm spitting. His name, I'm his mistress. His bitch got it twisted. These C-cups he kisses. He love my decision of letting it hit it hard. No winning mission.
So, yeah. What I have going on, I do have another album that will be dropping by the end of this year. It's called In Recent Years. This will be my final album for a while. All right. Everybody knows that I am a new mother.
I love you, Mommy.
I got a lot of other hats that I am wearing within this life of mine. So I'm definitely going to be taking a step back from music for a while, but I am going to put out this final album by the end of this year. It will be called In Recent Years. This is going to be my 444 album. So it's going to give you a lot of truth, a lot of identity of who I am, what I've been going through these past years. And, if you're interested in getting the real within my life, then you will definitely take heed to this album when it drops. Everyone, you guys need to check out my website. My full catalog is on there. This album, just like the rest of my albums, will be sold independently. So you hit my Cash App. All of my albums are the same, $9.99 a purchase. And, Cash App me and leave your phone number or your email within the notes. And I will get to you and get that album, whichever album that you are trying to purchase, over to you. My vintage album, Crucial Content, I actually still have copies, CD copies on hand. So, those are vintage pieces right there. So if you're looking to buy one of those, you have the options of getting it basically getting that on a vintage copy, on a vintage CD copy, so I can mail that to you, or you guys can come and pick it up over here in the studio, or, I can email you the tracks, whatever's clever, you know what I'm saying? But all of my catalog, you can find that on my website. You can purchase them through Cash App, and be on the lookout for this new album that will be dropping by the end of this year in recent years. And that's going to be my monumental final album. So, this is going to be a major moment for me. And then I'm going to go off and be a mommy for a while and handle some other things in life. Podcast is still going to be rolling strong, so you don't have to worry about that. You will be seeing me in full effect always. Always leave your comments, your questions, your opinions, and let us talk about it. You can always DM me within my Facebook, within my TikTok, within my Instagram. You can find all of my podcasts on my website, so definitely stay tuned into my website and to my social media pages to catch the podcast, Hiphop.info. And, whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever's clever, leave your comments, leave your questions, and we can get to it, And so just to leave you guys off with a mental note, don't get triggered by people's comments, who are not accessible to your future. You know what your situation is. You know what you have to endure within your life to manage and to maintain and to get to the next level that you need to get to. So stay focused and stay mindful of your mental health and your plan. All right. No keeping up with the Joneses. Definitely focus on you and don't let them get you off track. Don't let others' opinions and comments get you off track. Don't let others deter you from where you need to be and what you need to do. Because you're the only one who knows your situation, and you're the only one who can change your situation. So that's my mental note. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hiphop.info, the podcast. And, let's keep it rocking.
Yo, back in my bag now. Bitches gonna be mad now. And they niggas too. Watch me what I'm finna do. Conveniently, I've learned to move like when it's due. Vehemently, I push through past dramatic discretions. Like, who the fuck is you? Still the same chick on a mission for a buck or two. Not the same whip, I GPS to another route. Not the same crib, I upscale to another view. Not the same nigga, put him out for another dude. Old news, got him searching for me, call him Blues Clues. Curb a nigga if he goof troop. All about the fucking loot. Been around the world before y'all bitches even jumped off the fucking stool. Better know yourself before you end up on the fucking news. Got a couple goons, snatch you up, steal your fucking jewels. Silk bandana around my wrist like I'm fucking jewels. Ooh. Win or lose, never get it misconstrued. I control the interlude, I control the interviews, I control the narrative. Pay me per fucking.
Donations are definitely accepted throughout this podcast. As you will see, my Cash App is located at the bottom of this podcast, at the bottom of this screen. You guys are welcome to donate to the podcast. Make sure that you stay tuned into my website, Lechi Co. And, my whole catalog is there. My podcasts are there. Videos, interviews, performances, all of that is on my website. So make sure that you stay tuned to my website. Donate, leave your comments, leave your questions, leave your opinions. And I'll definitely shout you guys out on this podcast. If you have a Black-owned business, you're a local artist, send me your information and I'll shout you out on this podcast, and I'll bring, then I'll bring you guys in. I'll shed some light on you. If you guys want to be a part of this podcast, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I got an extra seat for you right here to be live and locked in on this Hiphop.info the podcast. And I can have you as a guest on this podcast and we can talk. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about your latest endeavors. We can talk about whatever's clever under the sun. We can talk about these topics live within the studio. You guys just hit me in my DMs, leave your comments, and I will definitely get to them, and I'll definitely reach out, and we can make magic.
the hoe. Name tats on that ass, so you fucking hoe. Stop playing with me. If you're not loving me, the hoe. If you're not loving me, the hoe. Name tats on that ass, so you fucking hoe. Stop playing.
Anybody who has their own Black-owned business, definitely DM me details within your business, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a shout out. Anybody locally who has music, who's a artist, definitely send me over some of your music. Send me over the details on your artistry, and I will shout you out on this podcast, Hiphop.info the podcast. My main thing is, trying to collaborate and collectively speak on the culture. Speak on the culture locally and shine light on, my local Black businesses and my local Black artists and everything that we have going on within the Decatur, Huntsville area. Can't leave out Madison, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely, if you guys are out here starting up your own businesses, already have your Black-owned businesses, hit me in my DMs, send me details. I don't mind bringing the podcast on road. I can go ahead and swoop down on you, swing down on you, check out your business. I can shout out these artists. I can come through and catch you in the studio. You can definitely come over and check out the studio and lay down some fire with me. I do make beats. I do record and engineer all of my tracks, so I am always open to collaborate with new artists that I find hot. And, definitely just go ahead and try to collectively come together within this culture, hip-hop culture, hiphop.info, the podcast, baby.